How are you doing?
I'm well.
Could you touch on the pain points of your comrades right now? What are they saying? Why are you saying that you're suffering in silence, Alfred?
Okay, Simba, thank you very much for this wonderful platform. Currently, most of the comrades are in depression.
Yes.
Because there's no fee, there's no food.
Yes.
Most of comrades cannot afford the 3 meal square. Because you find that back at home, we are from poor background or a humble background. And again, if you come here in university, the person whom you will depend on is your parents. And you know very well that back at home, there's nothing. Mm-hmm. And currently, if you can confirm with Babazuri, there's no help for those comrades. So that means the suffering is there. You retire to bed hungry, you wake up the following morning, you attend classes, there's no food.
Yes.
And that's why you'll find now that most of the comrades now, they don't even attend classes because they don't see the reason. Again, the president last week, I think it was last week, when he came up with the funding plan
Yes.
of universities.
Yes.
On my side, I don't support him on that because there's no way the president can say that he will only give money to the needy students. Which criteria will he use to know that Amolo is needy and Babazuri is not a needy student?
That's it.
No, I'm suffering one.
So that's the question. Which criteria and which method are they going to use to know that I'm a suffering student? And maybe on this other side, Babazuri too is suffering.
That's it.
That's the question here. That means you will need to apply. And for all along, I've been advocating that let the government do away with HELB and bursaries, so that the money which normally go to the bursary kitty and to the HELB to be used, so that we can have free and fair, free education from primary to university, if they do away with the bursary. Because you find that when the bursary money is always allocated to the constituencies, you find that this money, the MPs normally lose this money. You will find that someone who is working at the CDF office, his son or daughter will receive 20,000, but me, I will only get 3,000. I can recall when last year when I applied for a bursary, my MP gave me 3,000, and I was like, is this a pocket money? Or is this a transport to take me back to Nairobi from Homa Bay? How can you give me 3,000? Yes, a check of 3,000. And someone else who is working at the CDF office, you will add that his daughter managed to get 20,000. So I think there's a lot of problem and a lot of looting in this in CDF and HELB. And there's a lot of delay. And you find on HELB, it's always a must that you must go to strike as comrades for you to get that money, which is your right. So I think the government should do away with the HELB and bursary so that we can have free education from primary to university, like other countries.
Pretty much. We're going to come and talk about that. Then let me walk you into the conversation then, because you said you essentially do not understand exactly what criteria that the president said is going to use then to start applying this formula. And this is what he said. Now listen to this. So he said that in his assessment, he doesn't understand